calling Jehovah.
I will continue to reject Africa. I'm not African. I'm not from Africa. My mother and father's not from Africa. My grandmother and grandfather's not from Africa. Their parents are not from Africa. None of my descendants are from Africa. Why should I look to Africa as the motherland or as my homeland, where everything I know, all my ancestors are buried here, is here in America, which is my motherland? There's no point. For what? I can't knock any foundational black American that look at themselves as African also, or claim that they have relatives or claim that their descendants are from Africa. I can't knock that. Long as you are a descendant of emancipated people, I'm fine with that. You still my people. You get what I'm saying? But for an African or a Pan-African to force African on me is wild. Now, before I continue, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Make sure y'all join my membership if you can. And if you can't, still subscribe to my channel. I will greatly appreciate that. But what prompted me to make this video is because there's an African on this Godfrey podcast. You know, Godfrey and his other African friend, they be making these rage bait titles and rage bait videos and stuff. And he had an African guy on there from Nigeria. And he just said some things that just irked my spirit. But before I continue, I'm pretty sure y'all seen the video, but I will post a clip right here. Here we go.
My black friends would be, you know, they'll kind of fall into that trap of like not being proud of being connected to Africa. You know what I mean? I used to always tell them, like, if Africa was in a position, like a financial position, as like some European countries, you'd be a lot more proud.
No doubt.
Because you don't understand the history of how things are, right? Yeah. But in college, I was, you know, a lot of my black friends, I was born in the States, they were like trying to be connected to Africa. So I love that switch that happened. Even like now when people do their 23andMe, they're like, oh, I want to do my 23andMe. Like, oh, yo, Chin,
I love it.
I'm 20% Nigerian.
They get their results.
I'm like, yeah, man, you are, bro. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell them, like, even like Nigerians, like, we didn't draw those lines. We didn't carve out our country. White people did that. Yeah. And so like, if you don't even know what country you're from, claim all of it, bro.
What? Now, y'all just listen to the BS that I heard. But my question to y'all is, and it's something that he mentioned. He said that a lot of black Americans that he met feared being trapped by being African. Why would a black American fear being trapped being African when they're not African? They rejecting being called African. They rejecting even being from Africa. Not everyone. I'm just me. I'm just speaking for myself right now, okay? I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking to anyone. I mean, I'm not speaking for anyone that's watching me, okay? So I'm just speaking for myself. But the black Americans I know, they are rejecting Africa. They are being more loving to the land that their ancestors are from. Why should they worship being from Africa? So how is that a trap? You can't trap me. Why would I even think being trapped when I know I ain't that? See, the trap is this little bullshit notion that we are from Africa. And that's the trap y'all try to put us black Americans in, but it's just not working no more. This is a new modern era right now. And we just a different type of Negroes right now. So you can't trap a people that know that that's a trap and that know that Africa is not us. It's not. Well, it's not me. So how in the hell you gonna trap somebody they know that's a trap right there? I ain't finna walk in that trap knowing I ain't no flip-flop wearing African. That's just not me. Then he mentioned, well, if Africa was a better place like the European countries, then, you know, black Americans would feel comfortable claiming Africa. Once again, these people really think we are them. You think just because, even if your country was like Wakanda, set up with all the technology and things like that, all I can say is, man, salute to them Africans, man. They doing their thing out there. Damn, man, look at their technology. They doing it. Damn, look what they doing out there. Damn, look at the inventions and look how innovative those Africans are. But I would never feel like, damn, I wish I was them. Damn, I am them. Damn, I am African. Not at all. I'm a black American. I'm a Negro. I don't descend from that. Them y'all people. You know, and I guess they was going through revisionist history or something back when black people was claiming, you know, I'm from Africa, man, from the motherland and stuff like that. But this is a new day now. Keep in mind, like people like Tupac, Queen Latifah, Tribe Called Quest. I don't know if they indigenous or whatever, but those people and other black Americans that was on this land that was repping Africa back in the late 80s and 90s, wearing the dashikis, the medallions, the African medallions, the kufi hats or whatever you call them, African kente hats and shit. Even kente cloths. Either I remember in the late 2000s, girls was wearing them kente little short shirts. They were wearing the shirts, but they were wearing them as dresses. I remember all that. But keep in mind, those same people that was repping y'all, trying to represent y'all in a godly way, y'all was in turn shitting on us, calling us Akata, Jareels, all these type of slanderous names on black Americans. I wonder, when the people was wearing that back in the late 80s and 90s, I want to know, was they conscious enough to know how Africans really felt about them as black Americans? I really want to know, because I guarantee if Queen Latifah or Tupac really knew how these Africans really felt about us, I guarantee they would not be repping them. I guarantee the Cosby Show, A Different World, wouldn't even try to free Nelson Mandela or stop apartheid or speak out against it. I guarantee they would. Especially this new day and age. I just couldn't see it. And for me, I just personally don't know, like, anyone right now in 2026 in my small little friend circle that claim to be African. And a lot of my friends are not in these spaces that I'm in. A lot of my friends not even on social media like that. They just post pictures of their family and kids. They live their life. But when I talk to them and they hear me talk about certain stuff, they're like, nah, we ain't African. Who African in my family? You get what I'm saying? There's another thing they love to bring up. Was this DNA, how his friends, when they got their DNA test, they were just so happy and just, oh God, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Cameroon, I'm from all these places. Oh my God. Nigga, I'm gonna be so 100 with y'all. I never seen anyone happy about a DNA test until they found out the baby was theirs or not. Let me say that once again. I never seen not one Negro in my personal life, I'm just speaking for my personal life, that done a DNA test and they was excited about being from Nigeria. Everybody I know that was excited, either the baby wasn't theirs or the baby is theirs. That was the only excitement I seen from people that got DNA tests. I will tell you though, the people that do genealogy, I seen the emotions that come over their body when they do their genealogy. I seen people cry when they realized what their elders was doing, not the elders, but what their ancestors was doing during that time. What they invented, the land that they own, how many children that they have, what they got arrested for, the things that they have done. They get to see their name. It's a lady in Texas that did genealogy. Found out her uncle was one of the first black people to vote in the 1800s. That's amazing. Folks finding out they have land that's owed to them. Folks finding out about the land patents. People reconnecting families together that didn't even know they was related, bruh. That hits different more than a funky DNA test. It just hit different, man. Then he mentioned, talking about how reason why we don't know where we from, because listen, Africa got carved out. So why, hold on, he was like, Africa got called out by white people. So yeah, a lot of Africans don't really know where they from. But I think we should all just claim all 54 countries then. Nigga, y'all claim 54 countries. And I don't know if he was insinuating talking to us, but we ain't finna claim I'm not finna claim no 54 countries. See, I can't speak for the people that's watching me. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be one of those people. But I am speaking for the people that understand where I'm coming from and feel the same way I do. I'm not about to claim 54 countries. I claim all these states in the United States. How many states in America? 50 of them motherfuckers? I'm claiming all of them. Because this is my home. This is my land. This is where I get my spirit from. There's no way we connected to y'all. And let's just use that how y'all Africans sold us. African kingdoms and traders captured and sold a lot of black ancestors into slavery. And only a small percent of them came here and touched down in the United States of America. The rest of them got spread out to different areas. But let's just use that small percent of people that was here. Why in the hell would a person want to claim y'all and you sold them? Did them filthy, separated them from their families. Set them up for a mirror. Set them up for a beanbag. That's what you sold your people for. And you think people want to claim that shit? Oh, I'm sorry. You think some people want to claim that? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Listen, we are not African, y'all. We was forged here in America. Before slavery, after slavery, all that. We was here before all that. Our fight is different from y'all, bro. We nothing like y'all. Our intellect is different. How we catch on is different. Our comprehension skills are different. We can read things better than y'all. We see through things better than y'all. Y'all don't have that ability like we do. That's how I know we different. Only way you can figure out African is quick in the mind is those first generation ones, or the ones that was born here and they got educated here and those around people in United States, not just black Americans, but just Americans in general. That's how they learn. But you catch one of them low thinking, comprehension, flip flop wearing people, and you try to have a conversation with them, that they can't connect certain things that you say to them. These people are not like the most intelligent people at all. Then one of the co-hosts said something real strange to me. And he made this connection talking about how a person can be from Louisiana, but then he asked like, but where was they at before that though? Where was they at before Louisiana?
You are right, though, that it has connected, though, for all the other stuff that it's created, it has connected us in a way that there was the disconnect where I am Leo, my mom from Louisiana, like, whoa, but before then, you know what I mean?
Nigga, I'm from Mississippi. If an African asks me where was I at before Mississippi, I'm continue to say Mississippi. Maybe Arkansas or maybe Alabama. But United States. And let's just say, however long, 400 years, my people been here. Let's just use that for example. And we came from Africa. What part of Africa would I be from? Why would I claim that? Why? Why would I claim to be from there? I'm disconnected from y'all. And it's crazy, bro, because Louis Farrakhan did a sermon, man, years ago. This was like in the 80s. I was watching, man. And he was talking about like the first Africans that came over. I think he was talking about like the 1400s or something, or maybe the 1500s. And he gave a story like how all the Africans, they brought the African woman, African men over here, right? And they had the African men and women procreate and have babies. So once the babies got old enough, the white people wiped out the mother and the father, took them all out, and the white people raised those kids, or the slave masters raised those kids. So even with that, the bloodline is cut off. Even we go by that, the bloodline is cut off. We're not connected to y'all. Y'all ain't trying to find us. I ain't heard no African say, hey, I heard a story about, I got some cousins out there in America. You know, my granddaddy told me about the slave trade and how they were capturing Africans and selling them off to the white folks, and y'all got shipped out to America. I never heard an African tell that story. Never. Never. So that's why I reject Africa. That's why I say I'm the descendant of Antarctica. My DNA comes from Antarctica. That's my out of Antarctica theory. Some people had the out of Africa theory. Mine's the out of Antarctica theory. Fuck out of here, man. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that at all. Because, man, we ain't nothing like them people, bro. We ain't nothing like them, man. We better than them. We better than them. And we don't owe loyalty to a continent that never claimed us, bro. Every other group in America prioritized their own people in history. And we should too. Keep that in mind, y'all. Every other group in America prioritizes their own people. and we should prioritize our own also. And that's what we should do. And that's why every day I wake up, man, I always talk about subjects like this. Some of y'all might get burnt out. Some of y'all might get tired of me and move on. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool with that. But it's going to be other stuff I talk about too, but this the main thing, man. This delineation is very important. Very important, people. And we're going to have to keep delineating. And today, man, I was on a TikTok live today, and I'm going to end it right here. I was on a TikTok live, and an older lady came on the panel. Not on my panel, I was on somebody else's panel. She was talking. And I guess she recognized me from some of my videos. I don't know if it was from YouTube or TikTok. Most likely TikTok, though, because I went viral a lot on TikTok. And she said, man, my 16-year-old son loves you. Like, he really enjoys watching you. He learned a lot from you, and he just like how you break things down in your TikTok. And he said, man, he's 16 years old, and he understands delineation very perfectly. And, man, hearing stuff like that touches my spirit. Seeing y'all comments touch my spirits, too, and I humbly appreciate it. But, man, just something about a young kid, man, that understand what we talking about, and it makes me feel good that we're going to have a lot of young soldiers. So when I get old and decrepit and can't walk and talk, I know we got some young people ready to fight for us. So salute to your young brother, and y'all have a good one. Peace out, and I love you.